We are live from the Roy Nystrom Arena, City Arena here in Albert Lea, for boys Big Nine hockey, and it's could be a good one tonight. Albert Lea is hosting Northfield, and the Raiders are back. They graduated some guys, but boy, they came back with a vengeance. 3-0 this year. They've given up a bunch of goals, but they've scored a bunch as well, beating Rochester Century JM in their opener 8-7. And then taking care of a couple of other of their opponents that I don't have in front of me right at this exact minute. Well, here it is. Here's their schedule. Got a conversation with Mac Erickson, the head coach from Albert Lea, coming up here. They beat Century JM in their opener in Northfield 8-7. Then they went to Minneapolis at Trio Rink, played Minneapolis High School, I guess it is, 5-2. They beat them. And then at the same tournament beat Proctor 7-3. So they've got 3 games under their belts, while Albert Lea only has the one. They were here against Rochester Lords last Tuesday and got a win 3-1 was the final there. And it was 2 goals from Connor Persig, their senior centerman, captain, one of the captains. Ledger Stadheim was stellar in goal for Albert Lea. Recording 36 saves out of 37 shots against. He's a captain, and Bryant Johnston also a captain, senior captain, one of the defensemen. We'll have the lineups and the anthem and a chat with Matt Erickson coming up here in just a bit, but got the Service Master by at scoreboard. You can see Albert Lea in the blue, light blue, and the maroon would be Northfield. And I'm one man down tonight. I've got to do a double duty here, so I might not get to the shots on goal. I'm going to try, but we'll try and keep everything going here for you on the screen that you see. But our sponsors, of course, in the logos in the upper left-hand corner. Every 10 seconds you'll see a new one there. And please, when you go shop at these places, and some of them are out of town, out of Albert Lea, but we thank them for being along, and when you get there, thank them for sponsoring Albert Lea Sports here on AlbertLeaLive.com. I'm Jay Paul. My daughter Farron been running the cameras for us tonight. Let's take a break and come back with my conversation with head coach Matt Erickson here on AlbertLeaLive.com.
By GT is proud to be a sponsor of Albert Lea Athletics. We're committed to protecting your home with seamless gutters and leak protection, just like we're committed to supporting your local athletes.
Join us in cheering on the Tigers this season. For your home's protection, visit guttersbygt.com for a free estimate.
Together, we're building a stronger community on and off the field. Go Tigers!
Gutters by GT is seamless solutions, reliable protection for you and your team. Find out more at guttersbygt.com.
We know that there is more to a home than the building. There is care and detail in every last nook and cranny of what you call home. That's why Schmidt Homes is the only call you'll ever have to make. Their in-house designer will work with you to get everything the way you want it. Their highly skilled craftsmen and quality materials will ensure the best possible value for your home. When you're ready to start building your home, be sure to check out Schmidt Homes' beautiful and regularly updated showroom for inspiration. Get started building your dream home. Learn more at schmidthomes.com.
The man, the yellow van, called Service Master.
Burst pipe or water damage? No problem. Call the experts at Service Master by Ayat. Hi, this is Beth Ayat. Our staff is trained and certified to assist you with any water damage after a burst pipe or leaky water. Locally owned since 1995, Service Master by Ayat will be there in your time of need.
The man, the yellow van, called Service Master.
Northfield Retirement Community is proud to introduce Enhanced Care Assisted Living. In this recently expanded area of our campus, we have increased daily licensed nursing coverage, making it possible to provide a higher level of clinical care and monitoring to those in need of additional support. This enhanced model of care provides more choices, allowing residents to age where they are. Contact Northfield Retirement Community for more information at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
It can be hard finding an eye clinic that makes you feel seen and cared for in a way that suits you. At River Valley Eye Professionals, we pride ourselves on tailoring our care to you and your specific needs. We won't just see you in our offices. We may see you at a local ball game or at the high school for another event. We get to know you and what you hold dear so we can give you the best possible care. Learn more at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
At Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
Borrowing money is a big deal, and Community Resource Bank is ready to help. When you're buying a car, purchasing a home, or fixing up your existing home, Community Resource Bank has answers for all your loan and mortgage questions. As an integral part of Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville communities, Community Resource Bank offers online solutions for business, residential, investment, and other lending accounts. Community Resource Bank, let's bank together. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Let's talk to Coach Matt Erickson, Alberta Boys Hockey, and here in the Tiger pregame. A week ago tonight, you started the season. Nice 3-1 win over Lourdes, and what are your thoughts on that game after you went over the film?
Well, yeah, first off, Jay, I thought it was a good start to our year. Big section win right out of the gate. Helps us kind of build momentum out of the year. I thought Ledger Stadheim was fantastic. Made some timely saves when we needed it. It was good, but there's a lot to improve on.
Yeah, I thought we both thought he was first star of the game.
Yeah, by far.
Standing on his head at times. He had some good defensive help too, but Connor Persick, of course, 2 goals in the opener. That was huge. Ledger, Stellar, and net. Are you feeling good about the makeup of your lines too on offense?
Yeah, so far we saw some chemistry with all 3 lines. Obviously, I thought Connor. Obviously, with Zayden Brewer ate a lot of minutes last Tuesday, and he's going to have to continue to play top minutes for us as we go into these big section games and start to play more conference games as well.
Your goaltender, we mentioned Ledger, saving 36 of 37 shots he faced against Lourdes. Looking great, but a complete defensive effort is going to be needed tonight against 7-goal scorer Will Cashin and his buddies, who've won 6 straight against your Tigers.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to have to be our best tonight. Reigning section champs 2 times in a row. You're right. We haven't beat them since February 13th, 2019.
Oh, you got the date and everything.
Yeah, so we put that up on the board. Good, so, we know what we're up against. There's a lot of firepower. We have to stay out of the penalty box tonight, or it will hurt us.
Yeah, I know. I was going to mention that. It's a small sample size, but 58% power play after 3 games. 7 goals and 12 chances for Northfield. That's unreal. And like you said, you have to limit the penalties. You had 6 against Lourdes. That's even too many.
Yeah, we got caught, not moving our feet a couple times, a couple hits on the wall.
It's early.
Yeah, exactly. So body positioning a little bit. But tonight there's really no way around it. We have to stay out of the penalty box and play disciplined hockey tonight.
On the other hand, you should be able to score because Max Frank, although he's a good goalie, he's let in some goals here this year. 3.84 GAA, 8.26 save percentage. It's 12 goals against in 3 games, so your guys better be ready to pepper him with some shots.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to take advantage of our opportunities tonight, and that'll be a focal point for us is when we get chances, we got to bury them. And be hungry around the net. So, we'll see. This is really a good barometer for us, Jay, as to where we're at.
Sure.
It's early. Obviously, they've played 2 more games than we have, which is a little bit of a concern going into playing a Section 1 reigning champ. But, I hope our guys are ready for the task tonight.
Hey, 5 of your first 7 games are at home, but none tougher than this Northfield club at 3-0. So good luck tonight, and hope all you guys stay healthy.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. I appreciate it.
Discover GT Window and Door, dedicated to transforming houses into homes for over 12 years. Every window and door is an opportunity to step into a world of possibilities. Whether it's upgrading your windows for better insulation or adding style with a new door, GT Window and Door is here to make your home dreams a reality. I'm Adam with GT Window and Door. We take pride in our commitment to excellence, ensuring we're your go-to for all things windows and doors. Call us today to schedule your consultation and start your journey to a more beautiful, comfortable home with GT Window and Door.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
Thomas Gardens in Faribault is set to get you ready for the holidays. Choose a porch pot and fill it up with their great selection of greens, birch, and spruce tops. Grab a wreath for your front door to greet your guests. For your dinner table, they have squash, honey, syrup, and wild rice. And if you're heading out of town and need a gift, they have local products arranged in baskets to share with your hosts. Thomas Gardens and Nursery, conveniently located along Highway 20 between Faribault and Northfield. Thomas Gardens, here to get you ready for the holidays. Albert Lee Live is here, Southern Minnesota. We have top quality audio and video play-by-play online of more Albert Lee Tiger games and events than anyone else. But we also provide opportunities for Albert Lee area youth to experience our businesses. Students can be paid to be on the air with us or showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media posts or run the cameras for our events. So if you or someone you know might be interested in broadcasting the Tiger teams by joining our team, email us from the albertleelive.com page or call or text J. Paul at 507-402-1600.
At Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
Northfield Retirement Community is proud to introduce Enhanced Care Assisted Living. In this recently expanded area of our campus, we have increased daily licensed nursing coverage, making it possible to provide a higher level of clinical care and monitoring to those in need of additional support. This enhanced model of care provides more choices, allowing residents to age where they are. Contact Northfield Retirement Community for more information at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
It can be hard finding an eye clinic that makes you feel seen and cared for in a way that suits you. At River Valley Eye Professionals, we pride ourselves on tailoring our care to you and your specific needs. We won't just see you in our offices. We may see you at a local ball game or at the high school for another event. We get to know you and what you hold dear so we can give you the best possible care. Learn more at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
Back here at Roy Nystrom Arena, getting set. The Zamboni finishing up its last laps here, and then the boys will be out and they'll introduce starting lineups and get to the national anthem, and we'll be underway here at about, well, it's supposed to be 7:15, but I don't think we're going to make that. The JV game, I didn't even see, but I know Northfield had a 6-0 lead in that JV game. They had 50 shots to about 6 for Albert Lee in the JV, so hopefully that is not a harbinger of what's going to happen here in the varsity game. But boy, Northfield's had a really good run over the years, and it looks like they've got another stellar group with a 3-0 record, taking care of another Big 9 power, Rochester JM Century. 8-7 though, it was a shootout. They can be scored on, so our guys are going to have to be sharp here tonight in Albert Lee. And I think, are we on? I think we're on in Northfield as well, Northfield Live. So I hate to do the bias. I'll try and not be so biased here tonight because we have both streams going, and but it's kind of tough to do since these are my guys. But we'll do our best. But as far as points go, and Northfield, boy, they've got some really good scorers. Will Cashin has 7 goals, 4 assists in the 3 games. He's a senior. Also 3 goals for Michael Stewart. He's got 5 assists for 8 points, and then 3 goals for Griffin Kennelly, along with 3 assists as well. So a lot of firepower. 3 goals for Ben Geiger, too, and 8 assists for him. Bridger Riley, no goals, but 8 assists. So there's a lot of goal-scoring power there for the Raiders this year again. And, of course, their goalie, Max Frank, a senior. As far as Albert Lee, senior Ledger Statheim, captain in goal, he had a good time against Lords with only 1 goal scored, 37 chances. He was very good. So was his defense, Zayden Brewer, Ethan Styler, Evan Anfinson, and Bryant Johnston. Helped him out quite a bit. The first line for Albert Lee is Sam Stay, a senior, and Connor Persig, a senior, at the centerman position, and then Drake Sternhagen on the right wing, and he's a sophomore who has yet to score or get an assist, but we're expecting some good things out of him. He's young, and he'll learn as they get going, but boy, if you can get Drake and Sam scoring along with Connor, and we're only 1 game in, it's a small sample size, I'm sure they'll come around, then that front line's going to be great. But, as anybody knows, you got to have more than just 1 line. 2.5 would be good. 3 is unreal. But Brock Scott scored a goal as well in the opener against Lords. And Jacob Kolker is on that second line with him. And Tyler Balfe as well. Then Archie Nelson, Keaton Bremer, and Sam McGill on the third line when Albert Lee is on the offensive. Career record for Matt Erickson in his 4th season at the helm, 9th season overall here. He's 28-1. 53-28-1. That's really good. And Justin Anfinson, his one of his assistants, Blake Adams is another one, and he hit both in their 4th season. And Buck Nelson in his 5th year as JV head coach and also assisting with the varsity. Referees coming out. If we can get our camera girl ready and going here, because players are out, and we're going to get introductions going very soon, starting with Northfield and then to Albert Lee. And then the national anthem, and we'll get the puck drop going here as soon as possible. Albert Lee and Northfield, great rivalry. Northfield's owned them, though, the last, the coach has it written on the blackboard in the locker room. 2019 was the last time Albert Lee beat them. I thought it was 2018, but he said 2019. Anyway, it's been a long time. 6 in a row. They only play once a year, twice sometimes in the playoffs. Let's get to the PA announcer here and see if they're going to do some introductions.
Raiders and your very own Albert Lee Tigers. The game is being played under the rules and guidelines of the Minnesota State High School League.
Going to have the disclaimers.
Special thank you to the flag bearers.
But both teams lined up, of course, on their respective lines, and we've got the youngsters coming out with the flags.
Grant Hogstall.
Always a good thing to see, and they'll line up on the red line.
Great job, boys.
They got a fan club going over there.
Would like to take a moment to recognize our valued partnership with Mayo Clinic.
As the boys line up on the red line and get ready for the anthem, but we've got introductions coming up here. In fact, on the Northfield has a 58.3% success rate on their power play for their first 3 games. That's just a huge number. They're 88.9% on killing penalties, while Albert Lee 100% still on the penalty kill, but 0 power play goals.
At Albert Lee High School,
in their
we would like
game.
to remind you that Minnesota State.
So it's only 1 game, and so a small sample size. They got to get the power play rolling. But they killed all their penalties against Lords, and it's going to be tougher to do that here against Northfield with a 58% success rate. But maybe we can drop that number down a little bit, shock the world, and get a win here tonight against a very tough Northfield Raiders hockey club. Always seems like. Here we go, starting lineups.
At forward, number 7, Will Cashin. Also at forward, number 21, Griffin Kennelly. And number 9, Michael Stewart. At defense, number 2, Ben Geiger. And number 4, Bridger Riley. In goals, number 1, Max Frank. And now, starting for the Tigers, at forward, number 7, Sam Stay. Also at forward, number 9, Connor Persig. And number 10, Drake Sternhagen. At defense, number 14, Zayden Brewer. And number 6, Bryant Johnson. And in goal, number 30, Ledger Stadheim. Officials for tonight's game are Braden Weinberg, Dylan Schultz, and Greg Schmidt. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you stand and remove your hats. The privilege of this game was made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us honor and respect their efforts and our country by devoting our attention to the American flag throughout the completion of our national anthem.
Done by the young man with the flags. Hockey. And I noticed they were all wearing 9. Well, not all. 3 of the guys were wearing 9 Connor Persick jerseys. The other one was 39, which I don't have a 39 on my roster. But busy week for all high schools, and Albert Lea is no different. We've got the game tonight, and then Thursday it's girls hockey. Thursday it's girls hockey against Mankato West, 7:15 here on AlbertLeaLive.com. And NorthfieldLive.com has their own bunch of games. But then we have girls basketball, the first girls basketball game of the year, the home game against Red Wing Friday at 7:30. And then girls hockey Saturday night at 7:15 against Minneapolis Edison as well. So a couple of the girls' games later this week. As we get into a busy time of the year, I mean, there's going to be 4 or 5 games a week here on AlbertLeaLive.com. So you'll see a lot of us as the game is underway, and when Northfield is in their own defensive end, as Albert Lea they do keep it in a little bit there with Sam Stay doing some work. Nice way to dig it along the boards, and then it trickles out of the zone, so sent back in while everybody resets. And then it goes popped all the way in the air. That almost hit the lights way up on top. That thing went far, and we'll have a face-off coming up here. Just 33 seconds in. And I don't know whether to think we're going to have a lot of goals or not, but I have a sneaky feeling there might just be a lot of goals scored here tonight. But we shall see as Northfield is on the run here with that draw, and Miles Kennelly gets it into the zone, behind the goal, into the near corner as they work it. I'm blocked by the Albert Lea bench a little bit myself, so I can't see when they're right here. But everywhere else, I've got a good view of it. And here comes Zayden Brua, defenseman, gets it into the Albert Lea zone offensively. Working over there on the boards. Brock Scott on that second line with Jacob Kolker and Tyler Balf. And Brua and his defense mate Evan Anfinson out there right now. They're going to pull the goalie and go with an extra skater here early. 15:38 to go. There's a trip, and to the box will be an Albert Lea skater right away. I didn't catch the number, but we'll get it here. Trip right at center ice. 17 is the culprit, Jacob Kolker. So he goes for 2 minutes. We're going to try and limit the penalties, but right away, a minute and a half in, we got 2 guys sitting. Wow, double penalty. I didn't see that. I need Chad Butzker's eyes. Butzler's my partner. He's not here tonight, but I see 2 guys over there in the penalty box for Albert Lea. And right now, 17 is on the scoreboard for 2 minutes. I don't even have the clock working right here. Man, I need Chad more than ever as the faceoff goes. And it's going to be 5-on-3. We got both Jacob Kolker and number 16, which I don't have a number 16. And Northfield scores. Didn't take long. 12 seconds into the penalty. It's Sam McGill is 16. Oh, I have him listed as number 10 here on my the score sheet I got from the coach. He's got to change that. I'll have to tell him on that one. But McGill was also in there with Kolker. So one gets out, and McGill will stay in for a minute 48. Still power play, so 5-on-4, but 2:17 into the game. They got the goal. 1 shot, 1 goal for Northfield. I didn't even catch the goal scorer there because I was befuddled by the 2 penalties. I saw the one, the tripping, out at center ice. That was McGill. I didn't see what Kolker did, but he's going to be out on the ice now, or actually on the bench as he left the penalty box.
Michael Stewart, that's number 7 from 4 and 9.
Okay, there you go. So Cashin got his 8th of the year. And it's 1-0 Northfield early on as they try and get another one. Did they sneak that one in the corner? They did. Another goal right away. Griffin Kennelly, his 4th. And that'll get rid of the other penalty. So back at full strength, but 2 power play goals. And that increases their power play from 58 to stratospheric numbers. 2:34 of the first. And Kennelly Griffin scoring, like I said, his 4th of the year. And it's a big uphill battle already for Albert Lea, doing what they said they couldn't do, which was get penalties and put Northfield on the power play. And they paid for it dearly with 2 power play goals to start the game here. 2-0 Northfield. 3 minutes in now to our broadcast, and Albert Lea trying to really struggling to get it out of their zone as Northfield plays it tough. A lot of forechecking there, and just out of the zone and getting run into the boards was Brock Scott. And we do have a ref's arm in the air, so we shall see what happens here. It's just going to be icing, and I'll bring it back. I'm not a hockey aficionado. I'm learning as we go, but when I see a ref's arm in the air, I always think of a penalty. But they're going to face off with Persig going against Oliver Benjamin. And that was quick. A whistle as it gets up into the netting, and we'll do it again. Persig, Benjamin, and that draw won by the Tigers. They have not a shot on goal yet. 3 for Northfield, and they've scored 2 of those 3 shots. So really great start for the Raiders here tonight as they stream into the offensive zone. And stoppage here is 5 shots to none, Northfield. I'm trying to figure out the scoreboard as we play here. The action is into the Albert Lee offensive area. Just played in as they chase it in to the far corner. Can't hold it in the zone. Here come the Raiders with a head of steam. And Michael Stewart is leading the charge there. There's a block shot out in front. And Albert Lee takes it out of the zone. At neutral ice, Raiders able to bring it back in, and that's Ben Geiger. Comes in, takes a shot. That's in the back there, and now into the corner it goes as he gets checked out of the way. And out of the zone on his horse is Tyler Balfe. He gets that taken away from him. It's a hard-hitting affair from the beginning here, as you might expect from a couple of Big Nine foes. It's deep in the Albert Lee offensive zone, but Northfield taking it out of there now as Charlie Becker moving into the offensive area. A shot from Brody Jensen. Sounded like it hit the pipe, but did not go in. And now along the half boards on the near side. Back behind the goal. Albert Lee efforts to get it out of there. Bryant Johnston shoots it all the way down for icing. 11:34 to play. 6-0 in shots. 2-0 score. Northfield is all Northfield so far. And I got the wrong. I was trying to put shots up there. And now I got it right, I think. As play continues in the Albert Lee defensive zone, and the referee got the heck out of there as 4 bodies come flying at him. Smart move. Down to 11:20 to go in the opening period. Back behind the goal again, and Ledger faces another shot that goes wide. And danger against this Northfield club is your numbers balloon the wrong way. They are tough in all sections of the game, and they've come to play here tonight for sure, as you can see already. Here's a little breakaway for Persig, but 2 Raiders come quickly back, and that one is deflected off into the crowd off of goalie Max Frank. First shot on goal, though, for the home guys. 7-1 in shots. And where's my goals? I need my goals. There we go. 2-0. There we are. Now I got to kind of figure it out a little bit better as Northfield brings it into the Albert Lee zone again. Well, they all have speed and good skating ability. You are going to get their best effort every night, and Albert Lee is feeling it. Going to have a long climb to get out of a 2-0 jam here as Albert Lee's Zayden Brewer is bothered there in the corner. He's having a hard time getting that thing to a teammate and get it out of there. As Northfield plays a very physical brand of hockey. Now we have a whistle and a penalty coming for Northfield. And I believe that's number 11, Christian Whiteman. Yeah, it's 11. Christian Whiteman, as he discusses it with the referee, but he'll go for 2 minutes. And the first power play for Albert Lee, and they have to score on this to try and escape pace. Jacob Kolker in the face-off there against Michael Stewart, and it's hit all the way down the ice into the Albert Lee end. Pretty good crowd on hand. Not a full house, but
Northfield's number 11, Christian Whiteman, for a cross-check.
Yeah, cross-check on Christian Whiteman. Still 1:39 to go in his penalty. Persig has a head of steam as he comes in across the blue line, and he's got Sternhagen with him, and Drake, the sophomore. And Northfield gets it out of there. Stadheim knocks it away to the half boards near side. Persig gets it ahead to Kolker, but they're offsides. 1:12 to go in the power play. Still have time here to at least score one. And they will face off the red dot there outside the Northfield zone. And in the face-off, Tyler Balfe going against Oliver Benjamin for Northfield, and the Raiders knock it all the way down the ice. Stadheim plays it in that far corner, picked up there by Johnston as they get it out of the zone, defensive zone, but then it still having a tough time getting it past the red line as it's blocked there by Northfield. However, it's Tyler Balfe who gets it into the offensive zone. Trying to find somebody to pass it to. Gets it to defenseman Bryant Johnston, who shot one in there. That hit traffic, and Northfield knocks it out of the zone. Cashin is coming back in with his line mates, the number one line for Northfield. Still 26 seconds left in the man advantage for Albert Lea. Down 2-0 here with 8:33 to play in the first period. Johnston loses it just as he gets across the blue line, and it's knocked all the way back again. They might have one try at it here on this power play, but only 10 seconds left. At Northfield playing tough. Before checking as Albert Lea trying to get a break there. Could not do it. Sam Stay was ahead of everybody, but the pass was deflected, and now we're back at full strength. And 0 for 1 on the power play for Albert Lea. As their 100% penalty kill is gone too, giving up 2. On that double penalty, it was 5-on-3 they scored, and it was 5-on-4 and they scored. As again, they have it on the offensive, do the Raiders, into the near corner. Persig flips it out of there to center ice, but nothing but Raiders there. 7.5 to play, first period. They still, I guess, looked like a shot that was deflected by the Northfield goalie, but they did not count that as a shot on the scoreboard here. So it still says 7-0 in shots, 2-0 score. So I'll adjust that as Albert Lea comes into the zone, and it's going to be a face-off in the Tiger zone again with 7:06 to play. The Northfield wave is really what it is. They've got some good lines here and lots of talent. They know how to coach them up for sure. The face-off there, Jacob Kolker for Albert Lea as they get stuck in the corner down there, and we're under 7 minutes left in the opening period. Settled down just a little bit, 2-0 Northfield, but Albert Lea cannot afford to get penalties tonight because this power play is just rocking. 9 of 14, I guess, is what the number is. Now, percentage, I'm getting my abacus out. 64% now on the year for the Northfield power play. That's huge. Oh, what a great weapon! You know, if you know what you're doing on the power play, you can work it, and they certainly are early in the season. As the Tigers again trouble getting it out of the zone. Not an insurmountable lead, but against a Northfield club is going to be tough with 2 goals deficit already. Especially they haven't even got a shot on goal here for the Tigers, and we're about 11 minutes into the game. All cylinders working for the Raiders here, offensively, defensively, and special teams. And Albert Lea now losing it as they send it into the zone. Northfield comes out with it. Under 6 minutes to go in the period. And they're up to 8 shots. And they score another one on their 9th shot of the game to go up 3-0. First one of the bench is Benjamin. So we'll credit him with a goal. At 12-12 of the first, it is Oliver Benjamin. That is his second goal of the season. Even strength goal. On the face-off, controlled by the Raiders. Shot, Ledger saves it. The rebound comes off, and he's able to sprawl and make the save. As a couple more quick shots. They're up to 11-0 in shots. 5:40 to play. Elberly in this first period has not even had a shot on goal, as Ledger has to cover up again off the face-off, and they'll just redo it again. Three 3-0 Northfield. And Connor Persick against his opposite
Scoring
number
for
9.
Northwood is number 22, Oliver Benjamin, assisted by number 24, Jacob Foss. That's 22 from 24.
Michael Stewart, number 9, against Persick, number 9, on that face-off. But there was the announcement on that goal. I had the Benjamin part. I didn't have the assist part of it. But a fly back into the zone is taken away by Persick. He takes it out, but loses it around the red line. And now we're down to about 5 minutes left in the period. And a save by Stadheim on the shot right in his gut. I don't have the clock on here either, do I? Man, there's a lot to do. I mean, there's a lot that Chad does. And we have 5:04. As play continues in the Northfield zone here. The referee had to skip out of the way of that one. And I'm not getting the scoreboard to work or the time to work. So we'll forget that. I'll just keep repeating it. It's 4:40 to go. First period as Tigers, again, struggling to just get it out of their defensive area. Much less get a shot on goal. They still have not registered one of those with 4:25 to go in the first. Complete domination in this first period by Northfield. As they go end to end. Nice skating there by number 4, Bridger Riley. He of the 8 assists on the season already in 3 games. Back and forth between players as it gets to the red line, and it's played in by Albert Lee. That was Archie Nelson knocking it back to the end wall and chasing, but taken away by Riley. Now up the near side goes Miles Kennelly, picked off there by Albert Lee's Keaton Bremer. The third line in there for the Tigers, fighting in that corner for position and the puck. Played out by the Raiders, and with 3:30 to go here in the first period, 3-0, 14-0 in shots. And Albert Lee unsuccessful at keeping it in the zone very long before Northfield took it away, but now they got the puck behind the goal as Bryant Johnston is working with it. But the Raiders pick it up. Kennelly takes it out of the zone, crossed the red line, now the blue line, and he was offside. Somebody was offsides, and they'll have face-off coming here with 3:02 to play in the first. As my daughter Farron zeroes in on the face-off on the red dot, and that is controlled by Northfield. What's new? They bring it into the zone, and Albert Lee able to block a few passes there, but it still gets down to the end boards, and then Ledger sees it and stops it. Holds on. 15 shots now for Northfield. 3-0 score. 2:45 to go here in period number 1. Persick is battling here with Benjamin, but they kick Benjamin out. they throw, is that Whiteman, number 11 in there for the faceoff, which the Raiders control, and get it back out to the top of the circle for a shot. And Albert Lee gets it out of the zone, and down the ice it goes with 2:28 to go in the opening period. Northfield not able to get it out of the zone, but it's played into that far corner. And over there to pick it up, Sam Stay, but he's immediately accosted and challenged by Jacob Faust. They do get it out of the zone of the Raiders, and then it's played right back in by Evan Anfinson. And we get a line change for Albert Lee. And that second line of Scott, Kolker, and Belf out there with defensemen Brua and Anfinson. Minute 50 to play. As that goes deep into the Tiger zone. Bounces back out here on the half boards on the near side, and a shot blocked into the corner. I think Brua might have got a hold of that one. He went sprawling on the ice. And Albert Lee gets it out of the zone with a minute and a half to play in the first. Just have not been able to get the offense going here with this Northfield physicality and their speed and their shot-making ability. And what else? I can't heap enough praise on these Raiders. They are really tuned up early in the year, going for a 4-0 start here tonight. Well, it's not too late for the Tigers. They really have to pick it up, though, and they're short on numbers. There's like only 18 guys on the Tigers squad. I was just counting on the bench. They have 9 players tonight. And Northfield has 14 on the bench. So they're outnumbered. And it shows. 34 seconds to go here in this opening period. And Albert Lee trying desperately to get a goal here before it runs out, but can't do it. Northfield takes it away, and on they go. Will Cashin, their top goal scorer, took it around the back of the goal. Now gets knocked to the corner, and Tigers play it out of there with 10 seconds left. Late line change with 4 seconds to go, and the last-ditch effort by the Tigers is thwarted there, and Persig can't even get a shot off at the end. It was Sam McGill who brought it into the zone, but couldn't do anything with it. And 16-0 in shots means 3-0 in the score. And it was all Northfield in period number 1. So we'll take our break here and come back and tell you how it went. Who did what to whom. And a little clue, it's all Northfield stuff here on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Discover GT Window and Door, dedicated to transforming houses into homes for over 12 years. Every window and door is an opportunity to step into a world of possibilities. Whether it's upgrading your windows for better insulation or adding style with a new door, GT Window and Door is here to make your home dreams a reality. I'm Adam with GT Window and Door. We take pride in our commitment to excellence, ensuring we're your go-to for all things windows and doors. Call us today to schedule your consultation and start your journey to a more beautiful, comfortable home with GT Window and Door.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie, Ritchie Eye and LASIK. Many people tell me they've heard horror stories about all the drops needed after cataract surgery. Well, fear no more. At Ritchie Eye and LASIK, Dr. Miller and Dr. Reinsbach are dropless. That's right. No need for medicated eye drops before or after your cataract surgery. I love dropless for my cataract surgery, and you will too.
Ritchie Eye and LASIK in Faribault, your leader in advanced cataract surgery.
Fall into savings with cooler weather means hotter deals at Northfield Ford Chrysler. Visit us to see the latest Ram trucks, Jeep Cherokees, and Dodge Durangos. And fall into savings because Northfield Ford Chrysler is the home of the best price guarantee. There is no question. Come see the difference at Northfield Ford Chrysler. If you're ready for an extraordinary sales experience, we're ready to serve. Open 6 days a week. Located on Highway 3 here in Northfield.
How can I help you today?
I don't think I'm in the right place. I have big dreams, like Crab Brewery-sized dreams.
I like it.
Your bank is very,
Cozy?
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We prefer more personal interactions. We dedicate the majority of our space to our customers' dreams.
Wow. Look at that.
I know, it never gets old.
Wow. This is way bigger than your office.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Burst pipe or water damage? No problem. Call the experts at Service Master by Hyatt. Hi, this is Beth Hyatt. Our staff is trained and certified to assist you with any water damage after a burst pipe or leaky water. Locally owned since 1995, Service Master by Hyatt will be there in your time of need.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
What is your dream living location? Full service condo building? Low maintenance house? House on a lake? Lots of acreage? There are so many options. To start the search for your ideal location, contact one of our local and relentless agents at Century 21 Atwood and Professional Pride Group today, or visit our website at c21atwood.com. Century 21 Atwood and Professional Pride Group. We're unstoppable together.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group, letting you know that the doctors and staff of Professional Dental Group are proud to call themselves Northfield Raiders sports fans. Whether scheduling for an implant, mouthguard, or general visit, we look forward to providing you with the same exceptional care that Professional Dental Group has delivered for over 45 years. So on behalf of Dr. Becky Johnson, Dr. John Nowak, Dr. Brian Cravey, Dr. Tyler Yonke, and Dr. Mallory Peterson, go Raiders!
3-0 after one period of play as we look at the Service Master by Hyatt scoreboard. Well, as total domination as you can have in a period is what Northfield just did to Albert Lea. 16 shots. And you see that right, 16 on their scoreboard, 0 for Albert Lea in shots on goal that period. They got some shots in, but they didn't get on goal. Although I thought the one bounced off of the goalie's stick and went out of play, but I'm not the official scorer, so we'll go with what they say. And 16-0 in shots. Yeah, you're not going to win very many games with no shots on goal. It's tough to do. Albert Lea got stuck on 5-on-3 with 2 penalties at the same time on the same play as McGill and who was the other one in there? Kolker. Both went for 2 minutes. And it took very little time. At 2:17 of the first, Will Cashin scored his 8th goal of the year for Northfield on a power play. So that let Kolker out of the penalty box, but McGill was still in there. And 17 seconds later, they scored another power play goal. Griffin Kennelly got his 4th of the year. And their power play now is at 64%. 9 of 14. That's just unbelievable. That's great efficiency through 3 games in a period. And then they got another one at 12-12 of the first. Oliver Benjamin scoring his 2nd of the year. Even strength goal. But Albert Lea with no shots on goal and trailing 3-0 here after the first period of play. I mentioned a busy week. We have girls hockey Thursday as Mankato West is here. These boys go to West Thursday, and then so we'll have the girls game here, and then Red Wing basketball team coming to town to take on it's a home opener for the girls basketball team. I think they're 0-3 on the season, and they'll take on Red Wing at 7:30 on Friday. We'll have that here on AlbertLeaLive.com. And then Saturday, more girls hockey with Minneapolis Edison here at 7:30. Also, the boys basketball team playing on Saturday, but that's a home game. But as of right now, we're trying to get another voice to do that play-by-play, but we're running out of time, so we might not be able to broadcast that. Maybe we'll do the huddle camera view of it, but there'll be no volume on it. I'm not sure what they're planning at the home office, but I'll be here at 7:15 for the girls hockey game against Minneapolis Edison. And then Monday we have a choir concert at the high school, 7 o'clock. Albert Lea High School Choir in all of its facets will perform. We'll have that streaming here. Another busy week of sports, too, next week with Tuesday, girls hockey against Northfield. Speaking of the Raiders, they'll be here next Tuesday for girls hockey at 7:15. Boys basketball. Our boys basketball season might not start that night either because girls hockey takes precedence, and we have a team sponsor for girls hockey, GT Window and Door and Gutters by GT, sponsoring girls hockey team. So that puts them in the prime position. We do all of their home games regardless. And so we'll have their Northfield game. But the boys are playing Austin in basketball on Tuesday next week at 7:30. Then we'll have a wrestling event on Thursday. Austin and Albert Lea wrestling, yeah. We're going to do some home wrestling duels and quads and whatever they end up doing here at the high school in town. So that'll be next week. And then next Friday, girls basketball against Winona at 7:30. And Saturday next week is a 3 o'clock boys hockey game against Simley. Another tough team. They're 3-0 right now, but that's a week out yet, a week and change. A week from Saturday on the 14th, Simley here. And then Monday the 16th, the band and orchestra concert that my daughter will be a part of. She plays violin in the orchestra. And we'll see her shining face and rosining up the bow and with her orchestra mates and the band as well on Monday the 16th. So it's our busiest season really with all these different sports going on and of course the holiday choir, band and orchestra concerts and things like that. But just consult your AlbertLeaLive.com. If you're here, if you're Northfield, go to NorthfieldLive.com. There's the schedule there. And of course, we're on Facebook and Insta as well, so you can get schedules there. Daily updates of what's going on posted on the social media pages, but also on the websites. And Northfield, Faribault, and AlbertLeaLive.com. So we're about 5 minutes away from second period action. 3-0 Northfield, 16-0 Northfield in shots. It is all Raiders so far here on AlbertLeaLive.com.
By GT is proud to be a sponsor of Albert Lea Athletics. We're committed to protecting your home with seamless gutters and leak protection, just like we're committed to supporting your local athletes.
Join us in cheering on the Tigers this season. For your home's protection, visit guttersbygt.com for a free estimate.
Together, we're building a stronger community on and off the field. Go Tigers!
Gutters by GT is seamless solutions, reliable protection for you and your team. Find out more at guttersbygt.com.
We know that there is more to a home than the building. There is care and detail in every last nook and cranny of what you call home. That's why Schmidt Homes is the only call you'll ever have to make. Their in-house designer will work with you to get everything the way you want it. Their highly skilled craftsmen and quality materials will ensure the best possible value for your home. When you're ready to start building your home, be sure to check out Schmidt Homes' beautiful and regularly updated showroom for inspiration. Get started building your dream home. Learn more at schmidthomes.com.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Burst pipe or water damage? No problem. Call the experts at Service Master by Ayat. Hi, this is Beth Ayat. Our staff is trained and certified to assist you with any water damage after a burst pipe or leaky water. Locally owned since 1995, Service Master by Ayat will be there in your time of need.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Northfield Retirement Community is proud to introduce Enhanced Care Assisted Living. In this recently expanded area of our campus, we have increased daily licensed nursing coverage, making it possible to provide a higher level of clinical care and monitoring to those in need of additional support. This enhanced model of care provides more choices, allowing residents to age where they are. Contact Northfield Retirement Community for more information at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
It can be hard finding an eye clinic that makes you feel seen and cared for in a way that suits you. At River Valley Eye Professionals, we pride ourselves on tailoring our care to you and your specific needs. We won't just see you in our offices. We may see you at a local ball game or at the high school for another event. We get to know you and what you hold dear so we can give you the best possible care. Learn more at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
At Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
Borrowing money is a big deal, and Community Resource Bank is ready to help. When you're buying a car, purchasing a home, or fixing up your existing home, Community Resource Bank has answers for all your loan and mortgage questions. As an integral part of Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville communities, Community Resource Bank offers online solutions for business, residential, investment, and other lending accounts. Community Resource Bank, let's bank together. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Back here at Roy Nystrom Arena, people filtering back in from getting their concessions. They have great concessions here, by the way. It's usually some Jake's Pizza or something, and great popcorn and other things. So make your way down here to the arena and get in on the fun. And not so fun for Albert Lea here in the first period, as they were dominated by Northfield. 3-0, 16-0 in shots. And so it's tough to win when you have that combination. They just need to get some kind of offense going. It's tough to do because Northfield plays both offense and defense so well. And they knock you off. They're very physical too, so they knock you off your game a little bit. You have to match their physicality without getting penalties because they are 64% on the power play. So you can't make mistakes against this Northfield club or they will make you pay, and they've done it here tonight against Albert Lea. Not over yet, though. 3-0 is all after one. I shouldn't say is all. It's only 3 goals, and you know, if you can hold it steady on the defense and maybe get some offense working where you can pass it, all they're doing is getting it across the blue line, and then Northfield takes it away from them. They've got to get some passing going. More than one guy coming into the zone at a time. It just gets jumped on, and they take the puck away, and back the other way it goes. They're kind of lucky it's only 3-0, actually. Let's get ready to go here. And new 17 on the clock, and 2 penalties each in that first period. 2 power play goals for the Raiders as they'll go left to right in this second period. And Albert Lea in their home whites going right to left as Persig matches up against his opposite number 9, Michael Stewart. Faceoff is won by, well, Albert Lea plays it into the offensive end, but it was almost a whiff, and the Raiders take it and whip it down the ice for icing. The faceoff will be to the right of Max Frank. Haven't had to call his name. He's not even, well, they're calling that a save. Was that Max that sent it down the ice? Because they're just calling it a shot. Unless they figured out that I was right and there was a shot earlier in the game by the hometown team, but that's the first shot on the scoreboard, 16-1 now. As a shot goes in and is caught by goalie Frank. 2 shots right away. And the Tigers are off and running. Face off with Persig. And Stewart to the right of Frank. And now they're going to talk to a couple guys about their positioning out there. Puck is dropped, and the Raiders win the draw. And out of the zone they come. Red line gets taken away, though. Sam Stay gets a hold of it. And Northfield trying to get some offense going again, but that is knocked down the ice and have to get Frank on a knee to save that one. Technically, that would be a shot, isn't it? It was right on goal. I'm putting it down. They haven't had it on a scoreboard, but that was a shot. It wasn't on purpose, but it ended up being on goal. I think they can use all the shots they can get as there's a Northfield threat again. But knocked away by Albert Lee as Brock Scott is speeding into the zone, near side. Shot is on, and Frank had it, lost it, and then jumped on it again to get the save. Well, it's going to mess me up if I have a different score, shots score in my head than the scoreboard shows. So let's keep it at 16-3. That would be the third shot that just was saved there by Max. And the face-off to his right again. Scott chasing it into the corner, but they get it over to the other side and out of the zone. It trickles. Anfinson was trying to play it back in there, but it got knocked back into the Albert Lee defensive area. Minute and a half into the second period. And a stoppage. They'll bring it back for a face-off. No shots for Northfield in the last minute and a half. What's the matter with them? They're slipping. 3-0 in shots here in the second period. Well, it'd be nice if the Tigers could just reverse it and do to them what they did to them in the first period. Sam Stay in the face-off against the Raiders. Can't see his number. 22, it looks like. That's Oliver Benjamin. And the Raiders control and get it back behind the Tiger goal line, but now it's on the half wall here near side. Springs free, and the shot from point-blank range goes over by Miles Kennelly. Over the cage, taken away by the Tigers. They can't get too far before it's taken away, but they do manage to get it across the blue line to the Tigers. As Kolker has it behind the goal. And then the Raiders come away with it. And down the ice they come as they get right in on Ledger Stanheim, but he makes the save and hangs on to stop the clock. And there's some pushing and shoving going on behind the goal. Referees jump in there and break it up. Sticks up. 14:44 to go. 17-3 in shots. 3-0 score Northfield. Well, they break up the melee and no penalties out of that. Just a lot of shoving and probably some choice words. As Keaton Bremer on that third line will have the face-off here, and Raiders win that draw. Got it around the goal right out in front. That was blocked by traffic. Into the corner it goes. The centering pass gets all the way through. And there's a shot from the circle on that far side that was saved by Ledger. He's really got to be ready to go because they can strike at any time. As Faust has it, and he gets it across ice to Landon Rowley, and it's into that far corner. And the shots just add up quickly when Northfield has it there. Got a couple more now, 19-3 in shots. They take it away from Albert Lee just as they cross the blue line. And now back and forth at center ice. Captain Bryant Johnston sends it into the zone, and Albert Lee's calling for a penalty and not going to get it. 13.5 to go here in the second. It's played into the Albert Lee defensive zone. Ledger smacks it around the back, around the boards rather, to the near side, and now Geiger's got it as he comes into the zone. He's flying, and right with him is Will Cashin. Boy, that top line is really tough. I mean, they got more than one line, but the top one is really impressive. As Tigers get it into their zone, and the shot goes wide into the corner. As we're 4 minutes into the second period. as Northfield works it behind their goal, but still being pestered there by Drake Sternhagen as the number one line for Albert Lee's in there. Sternhagen, Persig, and Stay, and they bring it into the offensive zone, or defensive zone. They have Northfield on the attack. Cashin around the back, puts a shot on at the side of the net, and Stadheim saves that one, and it goes all the way down the ice for icing on Albert Lee and back to the Tiger zone for the faceoff. Two-line, Kolker, Scott, and Balthoff there now with Bryant Johnston on defense, along with, we can't see the other guy, but in the face-off, it's Kolker. That one is controlled for a moment anyway by the Tigers, but it's stuck now in that corner. So two guys laying on it, the other one had skates on it, and it gets knocked down the ice into the Albert Lee offensive zone. Chasing it is Balf, but he's not going to win that race. The Raiders get to it first. Taken away, though, by Kolker. And then the Raiders take it right back. 20-3 in shots in favor of Northfield, and still just 3-0 on the scoreboard. No goals yet this period, and we're just 5.5 minutes in. Flying down the near side is Kolker, gets a shot on goal. The rebound was out there, but that was stymied as well by the Northfield D. As they get their fourth shot on goal, the Tigers. Well, at least they're getting shots. That does help. There's a collision in the corner and some rough stuff, as Zayden Brewer is a part of that. And he may go for roughing, as he is going to do so. So another power play for Northfield, and they are 2 for 2 tonight, 9 for 14 on the season. Their referees are discussing things at the center ice. It's 11:19 to go in the second period. And the shots this period are 4 to 4. But they're going to, I think they're going to put him in. Yep, 5 minutes. The penalty to Brewer. That's going to give Northfield ample time to score their third power play goal of the game. They're explaining it now to Persig. The bench is upset for Albert Lee, obviously. The 5-minute major, and still discussion goes on. There was more rough stuff behind the goal than on that corner play, but they said Brewer hit him in the back. That's the motion they made anyway, and the referee thought that was egregious enough to give him a 5-minute penalty. As they explained it to Erickson, and Erickson explained something to them. Wish we had a mic on there. Well, we might break all kinds of regulations if we had a mic on there. But right now on the scoreboard, they show 5-minute penalty for Zayden Brewer, junior defenseman. We'll get the official announcement on it here sometime by PA. But they're still explaining things to Matt Erickson at the bench. And as soon as they start announcing it, we'll get that on for you. The official penalty announcement. Third penalty on Albert Lee. 2 also on Northfield in that first period. And boy, they cashed in. That was early in the game. The first couple of minutes of the game, they scored 2 power play goals on the Tigers. And in our pregame, that was the first thing Matt Erickson said. We got to not have penalties because they will burn us, and they did. So we'll see if they can stave them off for 5 minutes here. As we're about ready to get back underway. Still haven't had an official announcement on the penalty. As they drop the puck, it's Drake Sternhagen in the face-off there. It's controlled by the Raiders.
A major penalty has been assessed to Albert Lea's number 14, Zayden Brua, for a check from behind.
Check from behind. So the 5-minute major, we're 15 seconds into it as they circle and look for a shot. The centering pass, and that's knocked aside by Ledger. They have 5 full minutes to try and get it done here. Stewart shot blocked by Stadheim and knocked out of the zone, so everybody's got to get out. Northfield anyway. And they regroup. 4:17 left in the power play. As they bring it back into the zone. The defensemen have to be extra sharp here. Stay is out there. Sternhagen with Persig, the first line, and then also out there is Evan Anfinson, I think. Is it 12? Yeah, Evans out there. Down to 3:49 to go. Still no shots on goal in this 5-minute major. There's one that Sternhagen saves. I mean, they haven't put them on the board. I think they've had 3 myself that I would call shots on goal. They just register one more, so we'll go with the official scorer. Taken away by Drake Sternhagen. He plays it down the ice. 3:23 to go in the major to Brua. Sweeping in are the Raiders, but knocked off a stick by Persig momentarily as the Raiders regroup. Now got their passing game going. Pumper has it at the top of the blue line. Ashton Pumper. He's got it again. He skates backwards and flings it into the far side. Under 3 minutes left in the major to Brua. 9:09 left in the second period. And that shot gets blocked by traffic out front. Persig standing right in front of Ledger. And he's a big body. Covers a lot of ground. And he takes it away and knocks it out of the zone and down the ice. Now down to 2.5 minutes left in the power play. Boy, if you can go 5 minutes on a penalty kill without them scoring, you ought to get an award for that or something, the way they're doing power plays this year. The Raiders back in their zone. 5-on-4 for another 2:12. Now we're back to regular minor penalty time as Stadheim saves that one. We're up to 23 shots. 2-4 for Albert Lee. As they're going to pull the Northfield goalie and get another skater out there. As the shot goes in, saved by Stadheim, and whistle stops play before they get that 6th skater out there. It took Frank forever to get off there. They were yelling at him for a while. I don't think he saw. The coaches wanted him off. And by the time he got there, play had stopped. Now we're down to 1:45 left in the penalty to Brua. And officially, via the scoreboard, they've only gotten 3 shots off. I think it might be more, but it could have hit traffic out front. But I will go with the official scorers. It's a tough job. They're human as well. The referees also have a tough case, so they put another Albert Lee guy in the penalty box. I did not see that happening. So now it's they still have 4 guys on the ice. They're going to have to sit one. And off comes Ethan Styler. So it is in the box. Stadheim committed the penalty, so I can't see the number of the player over there, but they've put somebody in the box.
Number 30, Ledger Stadheim, for interference.
So they got Ledger for interference, and somebody has to serve his time. And he makes the save on that shot by Northfield, the 24th of the game for the Raiders. Still, 3.5 minutes of this 5-minute major has gone scoreless for the Tiger D. As Sam Stay comes off. Persig still right in front of Ledger. as Bryant Johnston is out there, as well as Jacob Kolker, as it's 5-on-3 for another 116, and then still 5-on-4 for 15 seconds after that. And everything going Northfield's way, although they have been shut out this period, so there's that, and we're down to 7:22 left, so about 10 minutes into this second period, they haven't scored. That's a feather in your cap, too. That one is whistled wide and behind the goal, and a goal comes off of the Magnets there, so they stop play with 56 seconds left in the Brewer penalty. Still can't see the number of the player over there that they put in for Stadheim's penalty. Not that it matters much. He didn't do anything. Persig in the face-off. It's controlled by Northfield. It might be Emphinson in there in the box for a Ledger, but we'll keep checking on that. We'll find out when he comes out of there for sure. Riley has it for the Northfield. They pass it around, cross ice. The shot is affected and gone by Ledger. It's 24-4 in shots, 23 seconds left in the two-man advantage. And then Stay dropped his stick. He ended up kicking it, but he couldn't quite get it out of the zone there. 14 seconds left in the one penalty. And Stadheim makes a save to the side there. Boy, excellent play defensively here. 4:52 of the 5-minute major gone and no goal scored. I think it is Anfinson who's in the box there for Stadheim. His interference penalty. So you got Bryant Johnston, Persig, and in the face-off, Kolker. There's the three skaters, and that'll kill the first penalty and almost the second one because there's only 15 seconds difference now. 15 seconds left in the Stadheim penalty that Anfinson is serving, and we have a stoppage with 11 seconds left there. Boy, what a major defensive stand there on a major. The last thing they needed, down 3-0. And then they get Stadheim caught for interference. Whew. Well, it's not over yet. There's 11 seconds left. The faceoff is going to be to the right of Max Frank, the Raider goalie. It looks a little foggy over there, but that's just the dirty glass there, of course. As the Raiders have 3 seconds left on the power play, and now that's done. We're at full strength. Anfinson comes back on the ice. And they withstood that 5-minute major and another penalty on top of it. 5-on-3 for quite a while there. It's the second time they've had 5-on-3 Northfield. Scored the first time. Not this one, though. And Tigers have to take their victories where they can get them. They need to get some more shots on goal, though. They've had 4 this period, but that's 4 more than they had in the first. Yet, no goals, and it's 3-0 Northfield. 5:57 to go, second period. That one shot from the top of the circle and hits traffic. Kolker's got it. He's on the run, 1-on-2 as he crosses the blue line. Puts a shot down and misses. Well, it was saved by Frank. And Albert Lee keeps the heat on there with a shot from Balf that hit traffic. And out of the zone it comes. Played back in, though, by Kolker. As Scott goes chasing after it. Brock Scott scored in that first game last Tuesday. Persig had 2. Scott had 1 goal in that game. Some banging and shoving and pushing going on along that far boards there, and they're going to get another penalty. Oh, and it's another push by Balf. As he heads to the box, he got another shove in there. As one of the Raiders was chirping at him. Well, I wouldn't recommend it, but they did just kill 5 minutes plus, 5:15 really, of power play. But I wouldn't tempt fate too much as Balf goes for 2 minutes. Find out the official. I'm sure it's at least it's a 2-minute. minor. As Brua's out there with Stay.
A minor penalty has been assessed to Albert Lee's number 19, Tyler Wolf, for holding.
They got him for holding. Persig, Stay. And who else out there? Brua, I see. And, let me see. One more guy I'm missing. Oh, that's Johnston on the ice. And he's the one who just knocked it all the way down the ice to kill some more time off the power play for the Raiders. A minute and a half left on that. 4:40 left in the period. As the shots are 26-5, Northfield. And they work it around the top. Riley over to the right side, and he takes a shot from between the circles that goes up off of Sternhagen and into the netting and out of play. Minute 9 left in the penalty. Crowd ringing the ice on the far side there in the Albert Lea defensive zone, you can see. A lot of people think those are the best seats in the house. They're not seats, you stand, but best ticket in the house, I guess. If you can get there early enough. See, they tend to fill up, but the stands look pretty good over there on the home side. Still some empty spots, but there's a save from Stadheim as he grabs it out of the air and holds on. Penalty time down to 54 seconds. Face off to the right of Ledger. It's Kolker taking on Stewart. And the Raiders get the puck here. The last 45 seconds of this power play. To the right side and in the middle. That one went over the top of the goal. As Cashin put a little too much on that one. And a spin pass cross ice. Goes through the crease. And down to 18 seconds in the man advantage for Northfield. As Stewart now over the other side to Geiger. It's out front. And did they score it? Yeah, they got one past Ledger. Stadheim, who was sprawled out on the ice. And another power play goal for the Raiders. And that one is scored by Michael Stewart. That'll be his 4th of the year. And it comes at 13:44 of the second. And it makes it 4-0 Northfield. Third power play goal of the game for the Raiders. And they get the 4-0.
Michael Stewart, assisted by number 21, Griffin Kenley, and number 7, Will Cashin. That's 9 from 21 and 7.
And gives Northfield a big 4-0 lead. 28-5 lead in shots. As Albert Lea gets it out of the zone. 2:44 left in the second period. And played into the zone. Keaton Bremer taken away, though, by Northfield. Into the Albert Lea defensive zone. And around the boards it goes. Bremer fighting for it along these half boards here. And another Kennelly took a spill there, but it almost looked like it was a stunt man, but it's going to be another Albert Lea penalty. Probably a trip. As heading over there is Sam McGill. Boy, they keep tempting fate here in this second period. So far, just the one goal, but almost made it through the period without giving up that goal. But McGill goes for 2 minutes. And here we go again. 4-0 Northfield, and they have the 2-minute man advantage. Drake Sternhagen in the face-off. Can't see the number of guy for Northfield's Brody Jensen, number 17.
A minor penalty has been assessed to Albert Lee's number 16, Sam McGill, for kneeing.
Kneeing is the call. As Northfield circles and tries to get that 5th goal. That hit the post and flies into the corner. Minute 37 left in this penalty. As they maneuver on that far side, he falls down, loses a piece of equipment of some sort laying on the ice over there, but none the worse for wear as Pumper has it now. And then it's knocked out of the zone. Minute 16 left in the penalty, minute 30 left in the period. It seems like Northfield's been on the power play all through the second period. They had the 5-minute major that turned into a 5:15, and Albert Lea able to kill it all. And then 2 other separate 2-minute penalties. So 9 of the 17 minutes playing down a guy or 2 for the Tigers. 47 seconds left in this one. Minute left in the period. That's it. They score from the point. Put one past Ledger Stadheim from the point out there and make it 5-0 Northfield. And that one's going to be credited to Oliver Benjamin, his 2nd of the game. And that'll be his 3rd of the year. 16:02 of the 2nd. And another power play goal. So that ends that power play. And screaming and cheering going on here as it's still 4-0 on the scoreboard. And we've got discussions going on with 56.8. I was busy correcting my scoreboard, and now we have another Albert Lea kid in the penalty box. I say kid because my kids say kid to me all the time. They call me a kid. I'm 61. There was a kid. So now I've got that vernacular going. But he is a kid. Whoever it was, he's a high schooler. Was it McGill? I don't know. I can't. It's 1-6. I think it's McGill, 16. Yeah, McGill, who goes in. And there's a lot of discussion going on for both benches and some of the Northfield players. I don't know if it's going to be a penalty shot of some sort or what's going on here, but it's 40 seconds left in the McGill infraction. Is that still his? I thought we were done with that because the goal was, I thought, scored, but maybe not. Still says 4-0 on the scoreboard. This is what I need Chad here so I can keep my eyes on the ice and he can run our scoreboard here. So apparently that goal was not allowed, and it's 4-0. Still 40 seconds left because McGill had left the box, and now he's back in, and they have 40 seconds left for him to serve with 56.8 left in the period. Still a lot of talking with the Northfield players and referee. And now the referee and the referee. And the Albert Lea players just kind of standing there going, can we get on with the game? Now more discussion with the Northfield bench. And I know they want to get it right, but does it matter at this point? It's been just total domination for Northfield. Albert Lea in the face-off with Tyler Balf. They're not done discussing just yet. Now they're going to change and go somewhere else for the face-off, out to the dot. So still 5-on-4 for 40 seconds for Northfield. So take that goal away, and they win the faceoff, but Albert Lea is able to get it out of the zone. 30 seconds left in the McGill penalty. Ahead it goes, and they got him offside, so they stop it. Seems like the referees have lost a little control here. That took way too long to sort out. A goal that was not a goal. And then the discussion thereafter. 20 seconds left in the penalty to McGill. 32 seconds left in the period. It's back to 4-0, so just the one goal scored so far this period for Northfield. At least Albert Lea got 5 shots on goal here. As Northfield in offensive end here, and that's knocked way down the ice nicely by Zayden Brewer. And that kills the penalty. 9 seconds left in the period now as both full strength. And into the corner, and another scuffle breaks out. And the end of the period comes. 31-5 in shots. 4-0 is your score in favor of Northfield here in Albert Lea, as it's been quite a physical affair. A lot of penalties there for Albert Lea in that second period. They got to cut that out, but they were lucky to come away with only 1 goal scored against them with all that penalty time. And second intermission on the way here, and then we'll explain things again as Zamboni comes out. And I cough because of a cold that I've contracted again. But we'll take a break here and be back with second intermission chatter coming up on AlbertLeaLive.com.
Discover GT Window and Door, dedicated to transforming houses into homes for over 12 years. Every window and door is an opportunity to step into a world of possibilities. Whether it's upgrading your windows for better insulation or adding style with a new door, GT Window and Door is here to make your home dreams a reality. I'm Adam with GT Window and Door. We take pride in our commitment to excellence, ensuring we're your go-to for all things windows and doors. Call us today to schedule your consultation and start your journey to a more beautiful, comfortable home with GT Window and Door.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
Thomas Gardens in Faribault is set to get you ready for the holidays. Choose a porch pot and fill it up with their great selection of greens, birch, and spruce tops. Grab a wreath for your front door to greet your guests. For your dinner table, they have squash, honey, syrup, and wild rice. And if you're heading out of town and need a gift, they have local products arranged in baskets to share with your hosts. Thomas Gardens and Nursery, conveniently located along Highway 20 between Faribault and Northfield. Thomas Gardens, here to get you ready for the holidays. Albert Lea Live is here, Southern Minnesota. We have top quality audio and video play-by-play online of more Albert Lea Tiger games and events than anyone else. But we also provide opportunities for Albert Lea area youth to experience our businesses. Students can be paid to be on the air with us or showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media posts or run the cameras for our events. So if you or someone you know might be interested in broadcasting the Tiger teams by joining our team, email us from the AlbertLeaLive.com page or call or text J. Paul at 507-402-1600.
At Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
Northfield Retirement Community is proud to introduce Enhanced Care Assisted Living. In this recently expanded area of our campus, we have increased daily licensed nursing coverage, making it possible to provide a higher level of clinical care and monitoring to those in need of additional support. This enhanced model of care provides more choices, allowing residents to age where they are. Contact Northfield Retirement Community for more information at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
It can be hard finding an eye clinic that makes you feel seen and cared for in a way that suits you. At River Valley Eye Professionals, we pride ourselves on tailoring our care to you and your specific needs. We won't just see you in our offices. We may see you at a local ball game or at the high school for another event. We get to know you and what you hold dear so we can give you the best possible care. Learn more at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
Zamboni goes by. 4-0 after 2. Northfield has dominated here. LEA way too many penalties, but they were able to kill off, I think, 3 penalties, 9 minutes total, but then the other penalty hurt them with a power play goal. The only goal of the second period, Michael Stewart at 13:44 on the power play, and that's 3 power play goals for Northfield is their specialty this year. They came in smoking hot, 7 out of 12 on the power play, and they've continued that. But pretty impressive to kill off a 5-minute, it ended up being a 5-minute 15-second penalty because he added another player penalized for 2 minutes. About a minute 45 into the first penalty, or the major penalty. It's hard to keep track all this time. You ever try to add and subtract time? It's kind of weird. But that was it. I don't think Northfield even served a penalty in that second period. They had a couple in the first. Didn't hurt them, though, as LEA did not even have a shot in that first period. But they got 5 in the second, so they're improving. Didn't score any, though. And Northfield with 16 shots in the first period, 15 in the second. And connecting on the 1. So that's where we sit here. Second intermission. Trying to find some. The Timberwolves played last night. They beat the Lakers. Trying to see if they are in action or if the Wild are playing tonight. But my phone is being very slow here in Roy Nystrom Arena. So I might not be able to get to that. Oh, here we go. I'll look at the NHL first because I know the Wolves played last night. Yeah, the Wild playing at home against Vancouver. It's 2-1 Canucks at the end of 2. A close game there for the Wild, who have been having a pretty good year. They have caught Winnipeg in the standings. Winnipeg really flew out of the gates with the Flair this year, but both now tied at 36 points in the Central, most in the West. And the Wild have really come on strong. 10-1-3 on the road are the Wild, 6-3-1 at home. So they got it going on both of those. They're on a 3-game winning streak, while Winnipeg's on a 3-game losing streak. But playing Vancouver tonight, and so far trailing, so they got to pick it up a little bit. As far as the Wolves, they are off tonight. They did get the win against the Lakers. It wasn't the mid-season tournament game, but they have played miserably in that tournament. I think they got 1 win, and maybe 2, but I think it's 1. But 5 games now. Yeah. Out of the conference lead, Oklahoma City at the top at 15-5 in the West. And a lot of teams, they're not in the top 10 of the Western Conference. They're the 11th best in the top of the Western Conference. But, 20 games in, they're only 5 games out. So it's not a done season. You know, they've played horribly at times, but still, they'll only be 5 games out in the West. It's not all that horrible. And if you put it into as far as divisions, they're third, 5 games behind OKC, and a game behind Denver, who is in the 9 seed. So Minnesota not eliminated. Oh, you'd think so with the way the fans act about the team. They're booing regularly, which is your right. If you're paying the money and you don't like what you see, you can boo. That's fine. I wouldn't try it at a high school game because they're doing their best. But if the athletes are getting paid and not doing what you think they should be, then I wonder if that trade might come back to haunt us, getting rid of the cat. And I was, as much as anybody, tired of his whining and complaining on every call that ever was made against him. And I just thought it hurt him more than helped him in the team. But I would take him back now. He's got some scoring going on with the Knicks. They're not winning either, but boy, Randall, I don't know. He's not the player I thought he would be. I mean, it's early yet, so maybe he can turn it around and get going, but he just doesn't have a lot of excitement to his game. Let's put it that way. Here it is, 4-0 Northfield over Albert Lea. Boys hockey, Big 9 boys hockey as the Zamboni finishes up here. 31-5 in shots, 4-0 score, and it's been quite physical. A lot of penalties for Albert Lea, and 3 power play goals for Northfield. And they're trying to get to 4-0. Albert Lea trying to get to 2-0. We'll take our last break of the second intermission, and back with third period action here from Roy Nystrom Arena on AlbertLeaLive.com.
By GT is proud to be a sponsor of Albert Lea Athletics. We're committed to protecting your home with seamless gutters and leak protection, just like we're committed to supporting your local athletes.
Join us in cheering on the Tigers this season. For your home's protection, visit guttersbygt.com for a free estimate.
Together, we're building a stronger community on and off the field. Go Tigers!
Gutters by GT is seamless solutions, reliable protection for you and your team. Find out more at guttersbygt.com.
We know that there is more to a home than the building. There is care and detail in every last nook and cranny of what you call home. That's why Schmidt Homes is the only call you'll ever have to make. Their in-house designer will work with you to get everything the way you want it. Their highly skilled craftsmen and quality materials will ensure the best possible value for your home. When you're ready to start building your home, be sure to check out Schmidt Homes' beautiful and regularly updated showroom for inspiration. Get started building your dream home. Learn more at schmidthomes.com.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Burst pipe or water damage? No problem. Call the experts at Service Master by Ayat. Hi, this is Beth Ayat. Our staff is trained and certified to assist you with any water damage after a burst pipe or leaky water. Locally owned since 1995, Service Master by Ayat will be there in your time of need.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Northfield Retirement Community is proud to introduce Enhanced Care Assisted Living. In this recently expanded area of our campus, we have increased daily licensed nursing coverage, making it possible to provide a higher level of clinical care and monitoring to those in need of additional support. This enhanced model of care provides more choices, allowing residents to age where they are. Contact Northfield Retirement Community for more information at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
It can be hard finding an eye clinic that makes you feel seen and cared for in a way that suits you. At River Valley Eye Professionals, we pride ourselves on tailoring our care to you and your specific needs. We won't just see you in our offices. We may see you at a local ball game or at the high school for another event. We get to know you and what you hold dear so we can give you the best possible care. Learn more at rbep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
At Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
Borrowing money is a big deal, and Community Resource Bank is ready to help. When you're buying a car, purchasing a home, or fixing up your existing home, Community Resource Bank has answers for all your loan and mortgage questions. As an integral part of Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville communities, Community Resource Bank offers online solutions for business, residential, investment, and other lending accounts. Community Resource Bank, let's bank together. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Back here at the Roy in Albert Lea, hometown crew gets a nice hand from the folks that are left. I think some people might have gone home, but still plenty remain, and it's want to go to the third period with a 4-0 Northfield lead in goals and 31-5 in shots. In that second period, it was 15-5 in shots. That's right, Albert Lea, 0 shots in the first period. But they got 5 in the second, and now it just makes sense that they'll score a goal in the third. As teams get ready to go. And I promise Thursday will be smoother because Chad will be here again and running the scoreboard and things. It's hard to do when you got to look at timing and shots and goals and games going on, and you know as soon as you look down, something's going to happen on the ice that you miss. And it happened a couple of times to me. I got burned. Northfield controls the face-off here in the third period as they go right to left, and the Tigers in their home whites, left to right, and Persig has it. Up ahead he goes to stay. Lost there as it crosses the blue line back to the Raiders. And Donnelly gets it in. Was that Kennelly? Not Donnelly. It's Kennelly who shot it into the zone, but it got knocked back out, and now the Raiders regathering. At center ice, knock it in. They are going to get a line change as Kolker chases it back behind the goal line. And they get a shot off on Ledger. I'm not sure that it was a non-goal shot, but that one was as he stops it. (32-5) in shots. 1 minute into the third period as they'll have the face-off to the left of Stadheim and Kolker in the face-off. If they can stay out of the penalty box, Albert Lea might be able to get a goal or two here, but they have not come very close. And they got to keep that intensity up through the whole game. It's a good learning experience for them. And it could be a lot worse than 4-0, so they have had some flashes of good play. It just seems like in physical play, speed, and watching what you're doing and not getting over-penalized, they have fallen behind in all those categories here tonight. And Northfield well on their way to a 7th win in a row over the Tigers. But I always think maybe there'll be a miracle and you can score 4 here and tie it up. You know? You never know. That's Northfield. Brings it into their offensive zone. That's taken away. And that was funny. Zayden Brewer went about 10 feet with a stick under his arm, one of the Northfield sticks, as he took it away. And with the puck and the opponent's stick. Can you do that? Well, apparently you can. He did. It's 33-6 in shots as they face off in the Northfield zone. Let's see if they can sneak a goal in here and get some momentum going. Tigers need some kind of a break here. But look at that defense, packed right in there. Boy, they just play all phases of the game so soundly in Northfield. They come out of the delivery room playing hockey in Northfield for some reason. The water is different up there or what, but that's a save for Ledger on the 34th shot. 30 saves. 4 let in for Ledger. That's going to hurt his goals against average. They go to Mankato West Thursday for a game, and then we'll have the West Alberta League girls game here Thursday on albertalealive.com. Nothing tomorrow, but plenty Thursday, and then Friday girls basketball against Red Wing. Saturday, more girls hockey against Minneapolis Edison. It's a night game on Saturday. Choir concert Monday, and 4 more games again. Persick levels Simon with a hard check at the blue line, and that is let go. He might have added an elbow in there from my vantage point, but here's a opportunity thwarted again by that Raider D. They bring it in, they shoot. Stadheim saves that one, and it bounces off his pads into the corner. And now back out by the blue line. Still held in, though, by Northfield as they get around a couple of players. And another save into the corner it goes. And again, another wave of North. It's like wave after wave of Raiders. They really play nice brand of hockey. And that's snagged out of the air by Ledger, and he hangs on to stop the clock. 13-14 to go. 13-14. It's the common man. My new house number is 1413. So that's close. I'm not going to tell you the street, though. As the face-off is to the right of Stadheim. And I feel some heat. They turned one of the heaters on over us. Farron, we got heat coming at us. Can you feel it? Nice. Whoever did that deserves a raise. Back here at neutral ice, back and forth it goes. Under 13 minutes to go in the game. 4-0 Northfield. LEA has it. It's a 2-on-3 as Brock Scott leads the way into the zone, but can't do anything about it right there as it's knocked back out of the zone. Johnston plays it back in. Now it's behind the goal, and unfortunately, Tyler Boff was the only one back there. Nobody to pass it to, as everybody else had given up on the play. And Matt Erickson just exasperated by the officials as they're going to get another power play here to Northfield, I believe. No, they're sending a Northfield player in. Okay. I don't know what Matt was. He was shaking his head in disgust, but it'll be Christian Whiteman going to the box for Northfield. So a rare power play for Albert Lee. Their third of the game. They had 2 in the first and didn't score, but 2 minutes here. See if they can whittle into this lead of the Raiders.
But assessed to Northfield's Christian Whiteman for interference.
And there's a shot, almost a shorthanded goal, but nice save by Ledger Stadheim. He got his stick hand on that one, or his stick glove, whatever. And he pushed it into the corner. And that's going to be a penalty coming. I think they're going to get Albert Lee's Brua again, but play continues. Another hard check over on the other side by Kolker as he put a little hit on Michael Stewart. And, yep, to the box goes number 14, Zayden Brua. So it's going to be 4-on-4 for a minute and 25, and then Northfield will have a 35-second power play. They face off to the left of Stadheim. 4 out there for Albert Lee, Tyler Belf, Persig. Looks like Colker. No, that's not Colker, that's Stay.
Albert Lee's number 14, Zayden Brua, for a trip.
Yeah, they got him for tripping. And also out there is Bryant Johnston for Albert Lee. As Northfield spreads them out. And Geiger brings it down past the goal line and back over to the other side it goes. 55 seconds left in the Northfield penalty. And then they'll go on the power play, like I said, for about 25 seconds or so. Yeah, maybe more than that. 35 seconds, we'll say. They'll get out of it after theirs is killed if no goals are scored here. That one saved by Stadheim and bounced into the near corner. Under 30 seconds left in the penalty to Northfield. Minute left in Brua's penalty for Albert Lee. As it gets between skates over there on the half boards and a half wall, and then he waltz right into between the circles, and whoa, Stadheim made a couple of nice saves there. 4 seconds left in the Whiteman penalty. He's on the ice now, and so for 35 seconds they got a power play. Do the Raiders, which is down to 27 seconds now. Albert Lee trying to get it out of the zone. Can't quite do it, held in there. Here comes a Raider rush at the net, and it's stymied that time. And Colker almost had it out of the zone, and the whistle stops play with 13 seconds left in the Northfield power play. 9:54 left in the game. Colker and Benjamin facing off here on the dot. And Northfield wins that one. Whiteman sends it in, and it's played back around by Steeler. Is it Steeler or Styler? Ethan. Now it's even strength with 9:35 to play. Still 4-0 Northfield. 3 first period goals, 1 in the second, and both teams scoreless here in the third. They pull the goalie, does Northfield. So if Albert Lee can pick off one of these passes, they can aim it at the empty net. But Sternhagen does his best there, but it gets past him, and here come the Raiders with 6 skaters, and that goes out of play behind Stadheim. And back to the goal goes Frank. 40-7 in shots. I'm not keeping up on that. There you go, 40-7. 2 minutes. Oh, I missed that penalty. That is Colker going for 2. See, every time I try and adjust shots, something happens and I miss. So, another 2-minute power play here for Northfield with 9:06 to play.
A minor penalty has been assessed to Albert Lee's number 17, Jacob Colker, for a rough.
Say it ain't so. Roughing in hockey? All right, then. They set up on the left side here. Benjamin to Pumper, back to Benjamin. Back to Pumper. Back to Benjamin. And then the centering pass gets all the way through. And that's going to be sent down the ice by Albert Lee's Keaton Bremer. Bremer, Persig, Brua, and Johnston out there on the ice for the Tigers. Trying to kill this penalty, rather, as they get around the goal. Minute 7 left in the penalty to Kolker. Pumper, Benjamin. Familiar theme here. Back and forth it goes. Pumper fell down. Tripped over the dot in the middle of that circle as Albert Lee comes out of it. Persig can't quite keep it long enough, and it's taken away by Northfield's Brody Jensen, and then out of play. So 40 seconds left in the power play. .746 left in the third period. It's odd to say, but if it ends 4-0, I think Albert Lee actually has to be kind of happy. They could have really got out of hand when they were down 2-0, 2:34 into the game after 2 power play goals for Northfield. But since then, they settled it down and played well. Well, there's another one. Just as I say it, they get their 5th goal for the second time, because remember that one Benjamin scored back in the second and they disallowed it, but now they got that one. Ben Geiger gets this one. It'll be his 4th of the year, and back to even strength. 9:29 of the third. And another power play goal. Man, they're good on the power play. 4 power play goals tonight. They were 7 of 12 coming in, and I can't even remember how many they've had. Albert Lee has way too many penalties so far in their 2 games. They had 6 against the Lords. It didn't hurt them. They won 3-1, but they've had at least that many, if not more, here tonight. And with 7:02 to go, it's 5-0 Northfield. And along the boards on the far side, finally breaks free, and Enfinson plays it ahead, across the blue line. Bremer had it for a minute there, but Raiders took it away. And here they come. 3 guys back for Albert Lee. They get a hold of that and play it into the zone, as McGill slapped it down there. And here's a chance for Albert Lee, but saved by Frank, as Persig was down there pressing the issue. All by, no, I wouldn't say all by himself. There was a couple guys down there with him, including Archie Nelson. As Raiders get into the zone, and a couple of guys fall down, and it goes into the corner. They still maintain possession. And it's whipped down the ice by Archie, as it'll be icing. 6:01 to play. (42-8) in shots. 5-0 score for Northfield, as they will go to 4-0. Albert Lee falling to 1-1. 6:01 to play. Face off in the Albert Lee end. Persig, well, it gets through him and goes to Sternhagen, and this will be Stay bringing it into the zone. Sternhagen right out in front. They passed it to him, but he had it blocked out front. Persig has a shot. That was right in the breadbasket of Frank, and he hangs on. 5:41 to go. A couple more shots for Albert Lee, though, or at least one, according to the scorer. 42-9 in shots. Persig in the face-off against Oliver Benjamin. Goes to Johnston. He takes a one-timer from out by the blue line. That went wide. Johnston has it again, and he sends it into the zone. 5.5 to play. It's knocked out by the Raiders. Center ice. Into the zone they go, as Persig ran into the wall over there and had to pick himself up. 5 minutes to play and icing is called. 5:02 to be exact. face off to the right of Mr. Stadheim. As they play it into the corner, and Enfinson trying to get it out of there, and he's got help with Kolker now on a rush to center ice, and it actually trickles into the Alberley offensive zone. But they lose it there, and down the ice it goes, but it was touched by somebody, so no icing. Alberley to the red line, and they lose it. 4.5 to play. As it's on that half wall over there. Far side. 2 players from each team. It finally pokes free and goes over the other side. 4 minutes to play. Yes, and it still says first period on this thing, doesn't it? My bad. Fix that now. I feel better. I don't usually do that job, so that's why I fell behind on it. But and I forgot the other goal there too. 5-0. There you go. And there, look. I looked down at the computer screen and nothing happened. Now I'm watching the game again. So that worked out. 3.5 to go. As a whistle stops play, and very physical game. And another penalty as Enfinson goes for 2 for Albert Lea. 3:19 left in the game. 2-minute minor here. And face-off won by the Raiders. The stick goes high in the air. I mean, that thing almost went halfway up to the lights.
A minor penalty has been assessed to Albert Lea's number 12, Evan Anfinson, for holding.
Here comes Stay. He dumps it into the zone. Stay and Archie Nelson, as well as Johnston and Brua out on the ice. The 4 skaters for Albert Lea. And they knock it down the ice again with about 1:20 left in the penalty. 2:35 left in the game. And a stoppage with 1:08 left. And line changes for everybody. Persick goes back out. Ethan Styler's on the ice, as is Drake Sternhagen, and there comes Keaton Bremer. Except for those early lapses where the 2 goals were scored, and all the power plays that Albert Lea gave to the Raiders. You know, without those 4 goals, this is a lot closer game. But when they were at even strength, they played even. But Albert Lea lacking in shots and committing way too many penalties, although I think the coaching staff will tell you they didn't deserve all of those. Quite upset with most of the calls. 2:06 to play in the game, 47 seconds left. In the man advantage for the Raiders, they'll face off to the left of Stadheim. It's had a rough one. 5 goals on 44 shots. Albert Lea up to 9 shots. Had 5 in the second and 4 here in the third, after none in that opening period. That opening 17 minutes was all Northfield. They just dominated and haven't looked back since. But Albert Lea has played better in the second and third. Just too many penalties. It's the story of the game. And we talked about it with Coach before the game. He acknowledged it, but it's early in the season, and they're not in. It's not like they're in mid-season form. Well, Northfield might be, but when aren't they? Been a tough squad. They're a tough out every year, it seems like. And now down to back to even strength with a minute 13 to go. An icing call. Change lines one more time and call it a night here. Face off with a minute 10 to go. A hard hit into the boards. Balf taking Fogarty into the glass. Last minute of the contest. As Albert Lee's Kolker gets it out of the defensive zone. But as soon as they hit the red line, Raiders have it again and bring it back in. And shots went wide of the goal. Stadheim had that sealed off anyway. 34 seconds to go, and a glove flying down the ice. And back into the Albert Lea zone. 24 seconds to go. Hope there wasn't a hand in that glove. Oh, now there is because he put it back on. But 13 ticks to go, and Albert Lea just trying to get it out of their zone here before more damage is done, and get it all the way down the ice, and that'll do it with a 5-0 final. Five zip and 45-9 in shots. And all Northfield here today. But like I said, as the game went on, Albert Lea played better and even strength. They played them pretty well because 4 power play goals out of those 5. So without those, it was 1-0. Problem is, at 11 minutes of penalties in the second period alone, Albert Lea. But they were able to kill off a 5-minute major and did let one in there. Actually, 2 goals scored in the second, but they disallowed the second one. But they got it back in the third, did the Raiders. We'll go through it here. We got the service master by Ayat cleanup break here. And then back with the final results here on AlbertLeaLive.com.
Discover GT Window and Door, dedicated to transforming houses into homes for over 12 years. Every window and door is an opportunity to step into a world of possibilities. Whether it's upgrading your windows for better insulation or adding style with a new door, GT Window and Door is here to make your home dreams a reality. I'm Adam with GT Window and Door. We take pride in our commitment to excellence, ensuring we're your go-to for all things windows and doors. Call us today to schedule your consultation and start your journey to a more beautiful, comfortable home with GT Window and Door.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie, Ritchie Eye and LASIK. Many people tell me they've heard horror stories about all the drops needed after cataract surgery. Well, fear no more. At Ritchie Eye and LASIK, Dr. Miller and Dr. Reinsbach are dropless. That's right. No need for medicated eye drops before or after your cataract surgery. I love dropless for my cataract surgery, and you will too.
Ritchie Eye and LASIK in Faribault, your leader in advanced cataract surgery.
Fall into savings with cooler weather means hotter deals at Northfield Ford Chrysler. Visit us to see the latest Ram trucks, Jeep Cherokees, and Dodge Durangos. And fall into savings because Northfield Ford Chrysler is the home of the best price guarantee. There is no question. Come see the difference at Northfield Ford Chrysler. If you're ready for an extraordinary sales experience, we're ready to serve. Open 6 days a week. Located on Highway 3 here in Northfield.
How can I help you today?
I don't think I'm in the right place. I have big dreams, like crab brewery-sized dreams.
I like it.
Your bank is very,
Cozy?
yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We prefer more personal interactions. We dedicate the majority of our space to our customers' dreams.
Wow. Look at that.
I know, it never gets old.
Wow. This is way bigger than your office.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Burst pipe or water damage? No problem. Call the experts at Service Master by IAT. Hi, this is Beth IAT. Our staff is trained and certified to assist you with any water damage after a burst pipe or leaky water. Locally owned since 1995, Service Master by IAT will be there in your time of need.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
What is your dream living location?
Back here at the Roy Nystrom Marina as Northfield takes it to Albert Lea 5-0. And started out with 2:17 into the game. Will Cashin scored his 8th of the season on a power play. Then 17 seconds later, that was 2 guys in. And there was a 1 left after Cashin's goal in the penalty box for Albert Lea when Griffin Kennelly scored his 4th of the season on a power play to make it 2-0. Then 12-12 of the first, Oliver Benjamin scored his 2nd of the season even strength goal, made it 3-0 after 1. Michael Stewart added a 4th goal, his 4th of the season on a power play in the 2nd. Oliver Benjamin scored his 2nd of the game, but they disallowed it, so it was back to 4-0, and that's how the second period ended. And then in the 3rd, Ben Geiger scored the only goal for either club in that period on a power play, his 4th of the season, and 5-0 final. As Northfield goes to 4-0 on the year, Albert Lea at 1-1. They'll go to Mankato West Thursday. We'll be here with West against Albert Lea girls hockey Thursday here, 7:30, I believe, 7:15, 7:30. Start time on AlbertLeaLive.com. Have yourself a great evening, everybody. I'm Jay Paul. Thanks for tuning in.